I don't suppose any of you guys caught that football game last night. Normally I don't watch it, but I have a marketing class this semester at college, so I had to watch all of the commercials for a project that I had to do for class. And there was one specific commercial that really caught my attention. I mean, there was a lot of them. The commercials weren't as good this year as they usually are. I don't usually watch the entire Super Bowl, but I will watch, around the beginning, the middle, and the end because that's when the best commercials generally are. And I realize that sounds like I'm talking about the entire thing, but I'm talking about literally just before kickoff, the first maybe one or two commercial breaks, right around halftime show, and then right at the very end. I don't. The rest of it, I don't watch the rest of the football season because I skate on Sunday, so I miss most of the games, and it's impossible for me to keep up with it. And I would rather play the game than watch the game, so I'm not all that interested in it. But anyways, that's besides the point. There was one commercial that caught my attention. It was for the Samsung Galaxy Note, and I assume it's a phone because it's too small to be a what do they call it? A tablet. I didn't really pay attention to that portion of the commercial, to be honest with you. I was more interested in the things that I saw in the commercial, which first of all were the Darkness performing I believe in a thing called Love, which I actually do have on my iPod, and I have since I got my first iPod, actually, because I don't know, the song amuses me and I love the music video. But the part that caught my eye was it was just a short, quick little clip. I wasn't even able to count the stairs or anything like that, but it was a quick little clip of Paul Rodriguez, P-Rod. I'm not even sure if it was a kickflip or a heel flip because they kind of cut it awkwardly, and you missed that part of the trick. But it was probably 7, 8, 9 stairs, kickflip, just a quick little clip, but it was quick enough that I saw that Nike swoosh, and I knew as soon as I saw the P-Rod looking dude in the Nikes, I was like, that had to have been P-Rod. I started scampering about the internet looking for anything about it because he does pop up in quite a few commercials and even music videos and things of that nature. The dude definitely knows how to capitalize on his skateboarding, but that's not what I'm talking about here. It's what I want to talk about is skate products showing up in popular culture. A few of the places that I've seen it pop up are I've been watching the King of Queens lately. With the big fat guy and the semi-attractive wife that everybody thinks is super smoking hot. I mean, she's all right, but not as hot as they pretend she is in the in the show. And Doug, the big fat dude, is wearing skate shirts all the time, like LRG and Zoo York and ES and all these different skate companies. And I don't know why. I suppose it's just it's his style. I suppose it's not even the actor's real style. I'm sure. What's his name? Kevin James. Kevin James. I think that's it. Kevin Smith. Kevin James. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Kevin James. Don't sweat the small stuff. It's his comedy routine. But that's one example. And then there was 8 Simple Rules back in the day. You remember Rory? There's 2 sisters and then their brother. Rory, the brother, has all these skate posters and stuff up in his room. And another one that I saw recently was Employee of the Month. I actually posted about this one on Facebook. One of the shots where they're in, I guess you would call it, it's a locker room / break room kind of thing. And you see the main character in there, and over his shoulder you see a Thrasher sticker on one of the lockers. Kind of cool. I caught it posted on Facebook and asked if anybody else had noticed it. And I don't think anybody else had, to be perfectly honest with you. Another one is Disturbia, the movie Disturbia. It's fairly old, probably 2007, maybe, 2006. But he had some skate-related things in his room as well. And then, of course, there's, skateboarders that pop up on TV themselves, like Jason Lee. A lot of you kids don't understand how big of a difference Jason Lee made in skateboarding culture, but back in the day when he was still rocking his unibrow, he was throwing down. There's a lot that he did for skateboarding that a lot of people don't even understand. They don't realize the dude was a skateboarder before he was on TV. And I think it's a little bit more common now. I think the dude's been on the Barracks a couple times and done some interviews and stuff like that where he makes it known that he used to be a professional skateboarder, which is cool. But my question to you is, where have you guys seen skateboarding pop up in the media, popular culture, in basically, advertisements even. Where have you seen skateboarding in the real world? it's it's interesting to see the different places that skateboarding pops up, but it's still kind of this fringe thing that's never going to be accepted. Nobody's ever going to, fully embrace it if they're outside the culture. It's like, oh, cool, that's a cool thing. Kids need to have their exercise and blah, blah, blah. But we don't want them skating here because they'll get hurt. So skate at your house, even though you live on a gravel road. You know what I'm saying? Like, some kids just don't have places to skate other than in the street. You live far away from a skate park, near a city, but you live on a gravel road. You're not. It's just as much trespassing if you're in a parking lot as if you're jumping down some stairs. So why not jump down some stairs? You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's just a quick video. I got to run to the skate shop real quick, and well, they're not close enough to me. But I had an issue with a product, and I'm going to not necessarily try to return it, but I wanted to see what happens when I bring this issue to the attention of my local skate shop, who will then convey the information to the brand itself. And I'm not going to divulge that information quite yet, but in the near future, I'm sure you'll be hearing about it, either positively or negatively. We'll see how it goes. I'll see you Wednesday, maybe.